very pleased with our boys getting it done in overtime. The men won in overtime, so I'm very happy about that. Oh, yeah, we need them all.
Yeah, we do need them all. Start with one.
Yeah, that's true.
That one. The other night, that was good. Sipping out updates on it.
I don't think it was nice.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my camera lady, producer, director, and bride, the lovely and talented Miss Michelle. And we are here tonight for a huge affair between the Woodstock Co-op girls as we take the show on the road all the way down to the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut at the Dorothy Hamill Skating Arena, or skating rink, Dorothy Hamill Rink, here in beautiful Greenwich, Connecticut, as the Centaurs looking to stay alive. The big win the other night against Ridgefield, the other morning, against Ridgefield 4-1 with 4 unanswered goals, keeping the season, the hopes, the dreams alive. They will make states. So this is essentially a playoff game. It doesn't get any bigger than this. You see Woodstock going through their warm-ups in the gorgeous road get-ups, the blue sweaters with the yellow shoulders all the way down to the fingertips, blue numbers on the sleeves, yellow numbers on the back with white trim, white and yellow trim, all throughout the jersey, blue shorts with a yellow and white stripe, and blue socks with a yellow and white stripe. And starting tonight in between the pipes, there she is going through her warm-ups, played absolutely outstanding. The number one star of the affair versus the Tigers the other night, number one on your scorecard, the sophomore from East Lyme, Josie Hatch. And the home team this evening, the Greenwich Cardinals, wearing their home white sweaters with the bird right on the chest. Real nice logo, I like it. Couple of red stripes on the shoulders and on the elbows, red stripe on the bottom, red number across the back, no trim to the number. Red shorts with white and black trim, white socks with red and white trim. And starting in between the pipes for the Cardinals this evening is number one, Eleanor Wolven. All right, this is a high school affair, ladies and gentlemen, so we play 15-minute stanzas. Icing and offsides are in effect. There is no delayed offsides, thank the maker. If you're shorthanded and you ice the puck, it is still icing. Penalties are for 2 minutes. Should the game be tied at the end of regulation, there will be a 5-on-5, 8-minute sudden death overtime. If it's tied at the end of overtime, the game ends in a tie. Everything else is the same, except for they are not allowed to check because they are not boys. All right, so get that sarsaparilla poured high. Get ready to go. It's been an incredibly exciting day of hockey thus far, as both the Canadian and U.S. men's team took it to overtime to advance to the semifinals. So what lies in store here tonight in Greenwich, Connecticut, as Woodstock looks to stay alive for the States and the postseason. Thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time on the Solu Broadcasting Network YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Got the extra horsey sauce on the sandwich. You got your upper in the recliner. It's a rainy night. The fire log is on. It's on the big screen, the surround sound. And get ready for some entertainment as the Centaurs take on the Cardinals. These two got together earlier in the season. I don't remember the score, but I know we didn't win. So Woodstock's got to go through 3 teams and go 3-0, ladies. I know you're supposed to take things one at a time, but if you don't win 3, it's irrelevant. They got to go through 2 teams that they lost to already previously in the year, and then Ridgefield, who they played the other night with a 4-1 win, but Ridgefield is no slouch, I assure you. All right, we're going to go through the starting lineups for the Centaurs and the Cardinals, the national anthem of the United States of America, and then we'll be underway. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to turn things over to the PA announcer now for the starting lineups. Enjoy the affair, ladies and gentlemen. I'm expecting a good one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dorothy Hamill Rink, where tonight the Greenwich Cardinals play host to the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. And now your starting lineups. At right wing, number 19, Grace Lascaux.
Grace Lascaux, the senior, getting the start. Paige Hinckley, the senior, getting the start. Macy Karate, the senior, getting the start. Mia Auger, the sophomore, getting the start. Number 5, Sophie Bonner, the sophomore. And the sophomore in between the pipes, Josie Hatch. Now the Cardinals starting 6.
Number 22, Henry Greer. At forward, number 17, Alexa Bosniski.
Dreyer.
At forward, number 13,
Kozłowski.
Eleanor Fine.
Eleanor Fine, number 13.
On defense, number 3, Sasha Miranowski.
Sasha Miralowski, number 3.
At forward, number 2, Kiki Warden.
Kiki Warden, number 2. And in goal, Eleanor Woven.
Please rise, face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the domesticated stuff is out of the way. Nothing left to do but drop the puck and play hockey. It's the best time of day. It's game time. The Centaurs on the road taking on the Cardinals. Centaurs with their backs against the wall. They cannot tie. They cannot lose. They've got to go 3-0 in these last 3 affairs to have a shot at making the postseason for the first time in the program's history. Well, they got the job done the other night with a big 4-1, at home against Ridgefield, our final home game. On the road, the rest of the affairs. Now you see the officials at center ice. I didn't have a chance to talk to the officials, but I'd like to let them know if somebody got their number. You know, if things go Woodstock's way, there could be a cheeseburger in it for them. And we're even willing to throw bacon on that bad boy. We got to do what we got to do. Hey, we're right outside of New York, so business is business. All right, Woodstock over by Coach Roy, getting some last-minute instructions. A long bus ride down, so hopefully they're nice and warmed up. It's over by their bench getting their instructions. Woodstock has broken their huddle. Hatch has reported to the blue paint. You have reported to your recliner. You're ready to go. Raise up that sarsaparilla, boys and girls. It doesn't get any better than this. Winner to go home, essentially. Hinkley leans in to take the draw against Warden. The ref drops the puck, and we are underway from Greenwich, Connecticut. Cardinals win the draw. Look to move it out to center ice. Bouncing puck, knocked down. Kozłowski. Kozłowski slides it across. Bonner quickly on it there. Will send it out to center for Karate. Karate has it knocked away. Bonner following the puck, jabbing at it. Ends up on a stick of Lescault. Lescault under a bit of duress there. Goes weak side, trying to get it out in the direction of Hinkley, but that doesn't connect. Sent back in on a stick of Bonner. Bonner chases it into the corner. Lost the handle on it. Hinkley on it now. Hinkley will move it along. Karate in the neighborhood. Greenwich doing a nice job keeping him hand in thus far. Got it out dangerously in front. Coming over to get a piece of it there was Lescault, knocking it aside, and here's Hinkley. Lost it quickly on the stick of Bonner. Bonner will get it out to Karate. Karate at center ice, tied up there, followed up by Hinkley. Bouncing puck comes on the stick of Lescault. He'll send it all the way down. On goal, Wolven makes the first save. Wholesale changes for Woodstock. As Greenwich comes away with the puck through the neutral zone quickly now, Dreyer. Dreyer lets the shot go off of Nielsen, picked up behind the net by Manfredi. Manfredi are sending it around to the captain, Sampson. Ellery Sampson sending it back to Manfredi. Manfredi on it there in the corner. Manfredi lugging it out up ahead for Biondo. Zaching Biondo knocking it down. Discordia in the neighborhood. They chop at it. Biondo gets it up to Discordia. Discordia will dump it in. The Cardinals will recover. They look to go up the boards. Biondo wouldn't allow that to happen. Discordia knocks it down in the direction of Simpson. Comes loose, bouncing puck. Simpson lets the shot go. A big stop by Wolven. and there'll be no further play. A nice job there by the forward unit of Discordia, Biondo, and Sampson, keeping the puck in, getting it towards the net. And a good opportunity there for the captain who scored the other day against Ridgefield, the first goal against Ridgefield. Face off deep in the Cardinal zone, won by the Cardinals cleanly. On it first there, Duffy. Duffy trying to get it out. Sampson knocks it down. Got it out in front. Biondo was there, but ended up ricocheting off into the corner. Cleared to the blue line. Knocked down at center ice by Bonner. She'll dump it in, but not into the corner. Quickly picked up now by the Cardinals. One-handed pass out and dumped in by Pedlow. Behind that it goes now. Bonner on it there. Bonner will stop it. Leave it for Auger. Auger up the boards for Sampson. Sampson's got help in the middle. Couldn't get it across now. As Discordia. Did she get it out? She did, but sent back in quickly. Right on the stick of Bonner. Bonner behind her own net will send it hard around for Biondo. Biondo will receive the pass. Lost the handle on it, but Discordia right there will dump it all the way down, but not at the red line. So icing is going to be the call with 12:47 left to go here in the opening frame. They nicely underway. Greenwich, if memory serves, a very aggressive team. Kiki Warden on the forecheck and on the penalty kill, if I remember correctly. Although memory doesn't serve as well as it used to, but a lot of things happened in college. Bouncing puck in front dangerously. Trudeau chops at it there with Cessalini. Up ahead now for Olivia Cessalini. Lost the handle on it. Chloe Cessalini, number 7. Trudeau got a piece of it. Up ahead for Olivia Cessalini. So it's Cessalini and Sherman out there now for Woodstock, as icing is the call. Well, Cessalini sent flying right after the whistle into the goalpost. Play allowed to continue. That's what I like to see. Perhaps a little bit of bad blood here in the early going. That would certainly please the broadcaster. I couldn't be in a better mood than I am right now with the men's USA team with the big win and the gold medal game tomorrow afternoon for the women. Leaning in Warden. Warden wins the draw. So far, Greenwich dominating in the faceoff dot. Freddie behind the net will move it along. Pinching quickly, Dreyer. Dreyer got it in front. Big stop by Hatch on a tough angle shot. Came back to Dreyer. Dreyer at the dot. Lets it go. Hatch sees it through traffic. Will hold on. Then there will be no further play. 12-11 left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair. Almost 3 minutes in. Opportunities for both teams thus far. Leaning in is Hinckley to take the draw now. Face off one cleanly again by the Cardinals. That one went the shoulder of Hatch. Rebound goes bouncing loose. Up in the air. They score! Greenwich got to the rebound. I believe it's going to be Jones who's credited with it. Yes, it is. Madeline Jones. The puck just went up in the air and came down ever so slowly and landed behind the goal line. So certainly an unfortunate break for the Centaurs, but we discussed it, ladies and gentlemen. Face-offs, face-offs, face-offs. And thus far, Woodstock has been on the short end of the face-off dot. Auger will send it up and all the way down. I think it's going to go for icing. No icing is the call. No, wait. I thought the ref blew the whistle. He did not. No icing. I apologize. Karate behind there with it now. Hinckley in on the forecheck will try and send it down low. Came loose along the boards. Bonner pinching in to try and keep it in. Kept in at the blue line, letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. Bouncing puck. Dangerously right up the middle. A nice job by Karate to get to it there. Send it over to Lescault, but ends up on the stick of the Cardinals as it bounces around at center ice now. Karate for Auger. Auger with the puck down the right wing. Over the red line. Auger will chip it to herself. Gains the blue line, trying to catch up to it. Couldn't do so. Karate will send it in deep. Auger will pinch in along with Lescault. Auger turns on her lady there. Digging Mucky comes away with it. Mira Auger digs it loose. On the stick of Karate. Back to Discordia now in the corner. Over across for Bonner. Bonner pulls the trigger. Doesn't get through. Knocked down by the Cardinals. Cardinals in the corner trying to get it out. Good forecheck there by Lescault. Lescault digging and mucking. Karate in the neighborhood. Discordia in the neighborhood. Now Bonner in the neighborhood. It's a crowded neighborhood. Here come the Cardinals. Now they come away with the puck. Trying to send it up the left wing. Went off the skate. There of Pedlow and Auger behind the net first to get to it. Auger on the puck. Send it up for Karate. That's knocked down by Greenwich. Greenwich in control at the dot. Turning back with the puck. Coming over is Discordia. That's Wolven. That's Miriam Wolven. Back to the blue line. Letting the shot go through a screen. That just missed. Wolven on it there. Wolven still with it. Circling with room. Wolven top of the circle. Lets the shot go. Hatch to save the rebound. Auger had a lady tie up. Came back to the point, letting the shot go as Dreyer and doesn't get through. Dreyer keeping the puck in. Auger on it there. Auger under duress. Auger digging and mucking. Dislodged from the puck there by Goldenberg. Goldenberg with the puck. Back to the blue line now. Dreyer hops over to stick of Dreyer. Here comes Discordia now chipping it ahead. Down the right wing. Discordia draws the penalty. A delayed call coming up here against the Cardinals. 9:54 left to go. That's a good penalty right there. She lets Summer go when she's in on a breakaway. There are good penalties and there are bad penalties. That's a good penalty there by Haley Dreyer. So the first power play of the evening will come Woodstock's way with just under 10 minutes to go here in the opening stanza. Discordia out there with Karate, Biondo, Nielsen, and Manfredi at the points. 1-0 Greenwich leading it. A goal by Jones. Face-off won by Discordia. Back to the blue line, Manfredi. Softly sends it up for Karate. Back to Manfredi. Manfredi at the blue line. Tried to get it down to Karate, lost the handle on it. Trying to get it out there was Dingle Kelly. Kept in by Manfredi and sent it to the corner. Quickly under now, Marinowski. Marinowski behind our own net on the backhand. Comes back to Nielsen. Nielsen with room. Nielsen pulls the trigger. No traffic in front for Woodstock. An easy save there for Woven. Woodstock ends up getting the shot on goal. Nice job by Manfredi keeping that puck in at the blue line. 9:29 left to go in the opening stanza. 1:37 left to go on the lady advantage for the Centaurs. Face off deep in the Cardinal zone, won by Discordia. Back to Auger. Auger fakes the shot, back for Biondo. Over for Auger. Auger walks the line a bit, lets the shot go through traffic, deflected, bounces just wide. Cardinals on it there. Back to the blue line, bouncing puck. Bonner will keep it in and send it behind the net. Discordia will give chase into the corner. Cardinals on it there. Discordia lays the lumber into it, dislodges it. Here's Bonner now off the gut, lets the shot go right off the gut there of Jones. So Jones has got a goal and a save. Here's Auger, lets the shot go, that just missed. Biondo on it now, in the corner. Biondo circling back to the forehand. Biondo got it back to Auger. Auger at the dot, walks in, pulls the trigger. Big stop there by Woven, and it's sent all the way down. All the way right on net for Hatch. Hatch will be forced to hold on there as Miriam Woven was getting to the goalkeeper. 48 seconds left to go in the lady advantage for Woodstock. 8:40 to go here in the opening stanza. 1-0. The Cardinal in the lead. Cardinals went out in Stanford. Face-off one over to, I believe that was Hinckley. Face-off one by Sampson. Sampson regathers the puck, the captain. Hillary Santero net, carrying it out. Looks to go right up the gut. That might go all the way for icing, though. Still a fresh ice. Icing is waved off. Clearly the refs have got a date tonight that they got to get to. So no icing. That one sent across, knocked down. Let's go. Let's go. Turns, wheels, the shot go. They score! Hillary Sampson getting to the cooker, causing the screen, the deflection. It's a power play goal. And just like that, the Centaurs are on the board. 1-1 is the score. Ah, nice job there by Lascaux to knock it down, get the shot away. Sampson deflected it in front, and Woodstock on the special teams ties the affair. A huge goal there for the Centaurs. Here comes Sampson now. So Sampson, the captain, with goals in 2 straight. 2 of the biggest games of the year that we need. Big players play big in big games. Cardinal there, chipping it away to center ice. Manfredi stepped up, couldn't get the puck. Sampson on the back check, gets the stick on it, and puts it into the corner. Sampson doing battle in the corner, coming away with it. Digging, mucking, doing a homework. Hinckley on the puck, tries to change direction. Dangerously comes through the goal mouth. Back to the blue line it goes. On it there and sent flying was Nielsen. That one makes its way to Lascaux. Was sent flying. Sampson on it, cleared but not out. Kept in at the blue line now. Duffy tries to sidestep. Lascaux stepped right into it, lays the lumber into her. These officials are fantastic. I love these guys. Letting the ladies, they maintain their Andy Van Helleman hood and reject their Don Curtis. 7:28 left to go here. A spirited affair. 1-1 is the score. It's do or die for Woodstock tonight. Back to blue line. Dreyer lets the shot go. Speared out of midair by Hatch. So we'll do it again. Face-off win by Wolven. Wolven leaning in against Cessalini. Wolven wins it cleanly. Back to the blue line. That's deflected. Dreyer. The shot go along the boards now. Olivia Cessalini trying to get it out, the freshman. Coming over to get to it there was Trudeau. Bouncing puck. Cessalini tried to get it out in the first effort. Got it up towards Sherman. Sophia Sherman on the forecheck. That's knocked down Bonner. Bonner down the left wing will chip it in. Sent down on the stick of Wolven. Wolven hounded there by Olivia Cessalini. Wolven gaining speed now down the left wing. Wolven forced wide on Trudeau on the backhand, looking to come back around. Well, the net was open for a moment. Big stop by Hatch, the rebound. Cessalini couldn't get it out. Back to the blue line. Sherman coming out to block the shot. Sherman on the backhand gets it out to center. Oh, Sophia Sherman picking up right where she left off the other morning. Thought she had a fantastic game against the Tigers. Nice play there by Sherman. Over the red line and dumping it in. Manfredi will let it run for Bonner with 6.5 to go in a tie game. 1-1 is the score. Bonner under duress steps to the outside. Right on the stick of Biondo. Quickly now over for Discordia. Discordia's got Sampson wide. Over to Sampson. Sampson lets the shot go. Wolven made the save. Biondo behind the net on it. Biondo circling. Biondo looking. Comes out. Walks out. Lets the shot go. Doesn't get through. Doing battle is Sampson. Lost the handle on it. Behind net it goes. Discordia chases it around as Manfredi steps up, doesn't get the puck, but Discordia got the puck at center ice, and Manfredi took the lady. That one off the skates of Sampson in the direction of Biondo, ends up on the stick of Marianowski. Marianowski chased by Biondo over towards Discordia. Good break out there by the Cardinals, but it's kept in at the blue line nicely. Good job there by Manfredi. And that one, Nielsen jumped on it but couldn't get to it. Now Dingle Kelly, a nice job by Biondo on the back check there at the end of a shift. Woodstock looking to break it out. Out there. Making the move at the blue line. Away comes Karate. Karate down the left wing. Karate at the dot. Karate walking in. Lost the handle on it. Karate in the corner. Sending it across now. Hinckley. Hinckley in on the forecheck along the boards. Bonner kept in for Hinckley. Goes off the stick of Hinckley. Back to the blue line. Kept in there by Lescault. I like the forechecking here. I like that Woodstock is just getting it deep, making the Cardinals come 200 feet. 5 minutes left to go. Lescault makes a beeline for the puck. Arrives in it all the way down for icing. Oh, I like the pace. I like Woodstock has found their game here. This is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got a fresh supply of sarsaparilla ready to go. 1-1 is the score. Under 5 minutes to go here in the opening stanza. Hinckley leans in to take the ball. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Up the boards in the direction of Auger. Auger knocks it down for Sampson. For Lescault, excuse me. I apologize. Back for Lescault. Hops over the stick of Lescault. Off the stick of Kwasniewski. Kwasniewski down the left wing. Backhand pass right on the stick. Great job of back checking there by Hinckley to break it up at the blue line. Karate trying to get to the puck. Couldn't do so. Greenwich now on the counterattack. Lescault to leave it for Auger. Auger at her own goal line. Right on the stick of Hinckley. Hinckley moving up for Karate. Karate trying to find it in her feet. Will send it in. 4:21 to go. Woodstock gets a few fresh legs out there. Greenwich. That's Kwasniewski. Kwasniewski in trouble. Cessalini causes havoc. Knocked down by Karate. Hinckley in the neighborhood. Sent up. Bonner will send it right back in. That's knocked down as Greenwich trying to catch Woodstock in a player change. Woodstock got a few girls off. I think they want to get a couple of more. Dreyer lost the handle on it to Auger. Auger up for Cessalini. Chloe Cessalini got it up to her sister Olivia. Didn't get it out at the blue line. Right on the stick now of Auger. Auger behind the net for Bonner. Bonner under duress gets it up to Sherman. Sherman gets it out to center ice with Cessalini will now forecheck. Turning on it there, Wolven. Wolven getting the Jets going. Wolven over the blue line. Wolven puts the brakes on, lets the shot go wide of Hatch. Sherman over to get to it, but the Cardinals get to it first. Walk off the ball is deflected into the corner. Onto the stick now of Mia Auger. Auger will go behind the net, leave it for Bonner. Bonner will chase it down. Bonner up for Sherman. Sherman slowed it down. They kept it in at the blue line. Turning, wheeling, letting the shot go, deflected just wide. As Bonner got tangled up with her lady in front there. Auger, nice job of battling for the puck over for Bonner. Bonner with it now. Bonner will send it right up the ice, but it's going to go for icing. Woodstock needed a player change there, I can tell you that. All right, 3 minutes left to go here in the opening stanza. 1-1 is the score. As the great Apollo Creed once said, there is no tomorrow, and that certainly applies for the Centaurs. Face-off won by Discordia as she battles it back to Manfredi. Manfredi over for Nielsen. On it now, Sampson. Along the boards. Lost the handle on it. Cardinals with it now, left behind the net. On the backhand, that comes loose. Discordia got a piece of it, cleared but not out. Biondo rushes to the point but can't get it out. Discordia leans into a lady there. Woodstock comes away with it and gets it out to center ice. Bouncing puck at center ice. Knife down. Biondo on the turnover. Biondo over the blue line to the outside. Hounded from behind. Staying with it. Digging, mucking, doing homework. Got it in deep. Cardinals trying to get it out now, but a nice job by Discordia to step in front there. Sampson helps out. Comes back for Nielsen. Nielsen lets the shot go on goal. And a nice stop by the netminder, Eleanor Wolven. 2:15 to go here in the opening stanza. 1-1 is the score. So far, this one's living up to the pregame hype that we expected. Discordia leans in to take the offensive zone. Back to the blue line, Nielsen. Nielsen lets the shot go, deflected on the way in, and just wide. Like to see Woodstock get somebody in the eyes of the goaltender there. The sticks are there, but you got to get your buttocks right in the eyes of the goaltender. Get to the cooker. Sent all the way down now, chasing it there is Kozanowski. Kozanowski pulls up, sent it in front, and puck dangerously ends up in the corner. Manfredi will give chase, first on it there, Warden. Back for Warden now, behind the net. Nielsen will chase it into the corner. The scene. Avery Nielsen will send it all the way down. Looks like it's going to go for icing. Now, icing is the call with 1:43 left to go here in the opening stanza. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along with my camera lady, producer, director, and bride, the lovely and talented Miss Michelle. The Olympics are absolutely heating up, and things are heating up here. 1-1 is the 40 to go in the opening stanza. Another face-off win by Woodstock. Karate attempt. Cardinals look to work on the turnover. Turned over. Nice job of back-checking Hinckley. Hinckley will carry the puck to the blue line and out. Grancher will cover there. Karate quickly on the puck, causing the turnover at the blue line. She'll send it in. The Cardinals will recover there. Sent up ahead now, Pedlow. Pedlow down the left wing. She'll chip it up. That's knocked down out of midair. Looking still with it. Waiting is Wolven. Wolven with the puck. Wolven turning. Wolven got the puck to Pedlow. Pedlow sends it into the net, and there'll be no further play. 1:07 left to go here in the opening stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like that might be coming outside the zone. I don't know. No, they just went to go get another puck, I think. So the faceoff staying inside the Centaur zone. Jones, the goal scorer, leaning in against Hinckley. Paige Hinckley, a fantastic 200-foot hockey player. Hinckley lost the draw, back to the blue line, Duffy. Duffy will send it down low, behind the net it'll go. Trudeau in chase there, knocked aside by Wiener. Got it out in front dangerously, and Lescault will come away with it. Grace Lescault, down the right wing she goes. Lescault, perfect cross-corner dump in Karate. Into the corner now, but the Cardinals get away with it and come out to center now. Cessalini will chase it there. Cessalini did a nice job to knock her lady off the puck, but couldn't get it out. Cardinals keep it in with 40 seconds left to go. Tied up in front. Auger got a piece of her lady, and now Mira Auger with it. That's going to be a penalty in this game. Auger tied her lady up as the puck got there, and the ref calls tripping. No cheeseburger for you, sir, I can tell you that. All right, a huge 33 seconds here to score 1-1. First power play of the evening for the Cardinals. They win the draw cleanly. They look to set up shot. Biondo knocks it down and got it out to center ice. I'd like to see Biondo just send that all the way down there, especially with the amount of time left in the stanza. A quick shot wide of Hatch, 20 seconds left to go. Bouncing puck knocked down by the Cardinals. Wolven gets in the shooting lane. Hatch never saw it. Went over her ear hole. That came back in front. Bouncing puck pushed just wide. 10 seconds left to go. Woodstock just trying to get to the intermission. Kept in Wolven. Walks out the boards. Lets the shot go. A big blind save there by Hatch as you heard the wood of the Louisville Slugger. There's the buzzer, ladies and gentlemen. The opening stanza has come to a close. Your score at the end of one, the Centaurs won, and the Cardinals won. All right, they're not going to Zamboni the ice. They only Zamboni after the second period. So rush to the fridge, refill that sarsaparilla, put some extra cheese on that sandwich, and definitely, some extra sauce. that purple bag of Doritos. We'll see you back here in a few minutes for the start of the second period. 1-1 is your score. Enjoy your intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my! And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your intermission. The second stands are about ready to get underway. Woodstock starts the period shorthanded. For another minute 27. As the scorer out there with Karate, Nielsen, and Manfredi. Sent all the way down by Nielsen. A minute 20 to go on the lady advantage. As Greenwich starts the period with the abbreviated power play, but the majority of the power play. We had Woodstock on the ropes right at the end of the first period and looking to pick up where they left off. Letting the shot go wide of Hatch on it there. Discordia will move it around into the corner. Karate trying to get it out, lost the handle on it. Kept in there by Koloff. Koloff trying to get it behind the net. Loose in front, dangerously came right through. Back to the blue line now, Duffy. Duffy walking in along the boards. Duffy tried to get it in front. That went off a leg right to Hatch, and there'll be no further play. 49 left to go on the power play for the Cardinals. 19:22 to go here in the second stanza. 1-1 is the score. Big face-off here for Hinckley. Hinckley against Warden. Hinckley was the draw. But the Cardinals maintain possession now. Lizjack behind the net, tried to get it in front, bouncing in front. Hatch pounces on it like a puma, and there'll be no further play. Oh, that was dangerous as the puck lie there in the feet of both teams, and Hatch, with cat-like reflexes, pounced on it very quickly. Hinckley leans in against Warden. Warden wins the draw for Greenwich as they slide the puck over, letting the shot go. That went off the arm of Sampson. Hinckley recovers and he'll send it all the way down. Picking it up now behind the net, Goldenberg. Goldenberg with half a minute left to go in the Greenwich power play. Goldenberg turned back by Hinckley. Greenwich looking to break out of their own zone. That went off Hinckley. Bouncing puck now, Dengle Kelly, hounded there by Biondo. Sent bouncing Bonner's way. Bonner got a piece of it but couldn't get it out. Kept in by the Cardinals. They go back to the blue line. Walking in, all kinds of room. Hatch makes the save. Ends up in the corner off the glove. There are the Cardinals looking to set up on the power play. Back to the blue line. It goes now. Dreyer. Winding, shooting. Hatch makes the save. The rebound. Hatch covers up. And there'll be no further play. Oh, Josie Hatch with a lot of traffic in front. Found the puck. Made the save off the clavicle. And pounced on it nicely. Cardinals 0 for 1 with the lady advantage. Woodstock 1 for 1. Discordia leans in now to take the draw. Out there with Biondo, Sampson, Bonner, and Auger. Not sure what the delay is here. Oh, the penalty box door is still open. Auger's like, it's not my job to close it, it's my job to open it and get out of there. There we go. All right, good job by the official. So 13 and a half minutes left to go here in the second stanza. 1-1, Discordia wins the draw. Goes back to Bonner, off the legs of Fine. At the side of the net, trying to get it in front, goes all the way back to the blue line. Discordia up for Sampson. Had Bial up ahead for a moment. Tried to get it to her. Discordia reaches for it, sends it forward. Discordia on the forecheck will get to it there. Wins the battle, gets the puck in the zone. Turning on it there, Wolven. Lost it now to Biondo. Biondo for Discordia. Discordia tried to get it in front. Sampson was cutting. That was knocked down. Discordia stole the puck. Got the shot away. Rebound still loose. They jam at it. Discordia trying to find it. Lets the shot go. Still loose. Comes back for Bonner. Over for Auger. Auger lets the shot go. A big stop by Wolven. Bonner lets the shot go. That one right through the goal mouth as Discordia was at the back door. Discordia leaning in. Wins it to Biondo. Biondo in the corner. Still with it. Biondo looking. Got it out in front on the back check. Nice job by the Cardinals there to knock it down. And they send it out to center ice. Auger on it there. Auger right at the beak of the bird. Sends it up for Biondo. Biondo will kick it in. The forward unit will change for Woodstock. 12 and a half minutes left to go. In on the forecheck. Back in front. It comes for a moment. Two Woodstock players missed it. Sent all the way down. No icing. On it there is Auger. Auger behind her own net. Auger comes out the other end up ahead for Sherman. Sherman receives the pass cleanly. Sherman gets it in deep. 12 minutes to go. In on the forecheck, Cecilini. That's Olivia Cecilini. Cecilini leaned into there by Koloff. Koloff will come away with it. Here comes Koloff now down the left wing. Koloff over the blue line with room. Lets the shot go. Saved by Hatch. Then there'll be no further play. 11:49 left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Woodstock came ever so close to getting the first lead of the day. Face off deep in the Woodstock zone. Won by the Cardinals. Back to the blue line. The shot saved by Hatch. The rebound still there. Hatch sliding across makes the save. Back to the blue line. Hops over the stick of Duffy and out to center. Duffy chased there by Lascaux. Knocked down by Nielsen. Nielsen fighting through traffic. Duffy will knock it down. Duffy will slide it across. Karate will recover. Karate at the red line will dump it in. Smart play there by Macy. Hard around it goes now on the stick of Lascaux. Back for Karate. That's why you get it in deep. Here's Karate now in the corner, circling to the forehand. Got it out in front. Lascaux on it there. Lascaux, nice job to get it and send it back towards the goal line. That one sent all the way down. I don't think it's going to go for icing. It was deflected. First on it, Nielsen. Nielsen in the corner. Nielsen with the puck under duress. Nielsen lost the handle on it, but got it to Karate. Karate will send it back the other way on the backhand for Lascaux. Lascaux met there, leaned into by Pedlo, and got it up for Karate. Karate makes the move. Karate with one lady to beat speed. Karate over the blue line, serpentining. Karate to the outside, protecting the puck, still with it. Karate got it down low, went to center. That was picked off. Back the other way quickly now. Here comes Wolven. Wolven looking to step to the outside. Lascaux on the horse. Wolven lets the shot go right over the crossbar. That's knocked down Wiener. Wiener will send it into the corner for Wolven. Wolven will let it run. Woodstock got to it first but can't get it out. Biondo over to help out now. Biondo trying to get it out. That's kept in at the blue line there by Allen. Along the boards. Cardinals look to get it in front. They do. All the way across now. Drea lets the shot go. That one just missed as it ricocheted off the boards. Into the corner, Woodstock on it there. Trying to connect with Biondo breaking out, but looks like it was out of her reach or behind her, actually, I should say. And icing is the call. Icing happened when the puck go down, bang, before the other guy. Well, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely cannot wait. Between the United States and Canada, the missus and I have already penned our letter to the attendance office, letting them know that Sophie will be dismissed at noon to be home for the game. Discordia leans in to take the draw against Warden. I cannot wait. See how our ladies do tomorrow. They got a job to finish. Bonner up for Biondo. Biondo across for Sampson. Came back to Biondo. Bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Sampson. Lost the handle on it. Bonner jousted up to Discordia. Discordia over the blue line. Will dump it in with a leg. Came back to Biondo. Biondo pulls the trigger off the mask of Wolven. She'll cover up and there'll be no further play. 9:39 left to go here in the second stanza. 1-1 is the score. A tremendous affair thus far in Greenwich, Connecticut tonight. The Dorothy Hamlin Rink. Apropos, since we're in the Olympics right now. Face-off won by Woodstock. Pinching in was Auger. Auger reaching back, got a piece of it, couldn't keep it in. Away comes Kozłowski. Bonner comes over to get a chunk of it. And Discordia will get the puck. Up for Sampson. Sampson turning back, sending it behind the net for Bonner. Bonner on the puck. Tried to get it up to Biondo, lost the handle on it, came back to Auger. Up for Sampson. Sampson's got Biondo up ahead. Biondo. I didn't think the Cardinal player saw her. That slid across now. Fine. Fine over the blue line. Spills. And Hatch forced to make the save. Oh, Bonner blew a tire on that one. And Hatch made the save, forced to make the save. 9:04 left to go here in the second stanza. 1-1 is your score. If Woodstock doesn't come away with 2 points tonight, they are mathematically eliminated from the postseason. So you do the math. Fire will keep it in behind the net. On the stick now with Dingle Kelly. Changes direction. With it behind the net. Lizjack looking. Lizjack got it out in front. Nice job tying her lady up there. And sent out to center by Sherman. That was Chloe Cecilini, who tied up the Cardinal right in front. Olivia Cecilini in on the forecheck. The Cardinals break it out to center ice on the stick of Dingle Kelly. She lost the handle on it, sent ahead by Trudeau. Good job by Chloe. She was battling all night against Ridgefield, picking up right where she left off. This whole line was fantastic. Manfredi, hard around for Olivia Cecilini. Cecilini steps in front. Can't get it out on the backhand. Jones will keep it in. Jones lets the shot go through traffic, deflected just wide. On it first is Woodstock trying to get the puck up to Sherman was Manfredi, couldn't do so. Turnover down low, cutting to the Cooker. Behind the play, they score! Dingle Kelly buries the biscuit as the Cardinals caused the turnover. The rebound came back to Dingle Kelly. And the Cardinals take the lead for the second time tonight. 8:02 left to go in the second stanza, 2-1. Turnover by Woodstock in their own zone leads to the opportunity in the goal for the Cardinals. 8:02 to go in the second period. The game just about midway point now. Sent ahead, chipped in. Auger first to get to it. Auger against Wolven. Auger will move it along. Helped along by Hinckley, but kept in at the blue line. Duffy lets the shot go wide of Hatch. Cardinal on it there. Bonner jousts at it. Hinckley takes the puck up for Karate. Karate up ahead now for Lescault. Got Hinckley with her. Lescault over the red line. He'll dump it in. Into the corner he goes now. Cardinals on it first there. Allen. Allen avoids a big hit from Lescault. Auger attempting to pinch in, couldn't get to it. Hinckley carries it back out to center. Where Woodstock will recover there. Karate. Karate with the puck will dump it in. Knocked down by the Cardinals bouncing. Bonner got a piece of it, but sent out to center by Wiener. On the stick of Auger. Auger will change direction, then change direction again, moving along for Lescault. That comes back to Auger now. Mia Auger behind her net, up for Bonner. Bonner back quickly for Auger. Auger's got Karate. Karate at the end of a shift will jostle it in. And Woodstock gets the same period, so the benches are further away. Bonner will now activate, attempting to keep it in. Cleared and out to center it comes. Bouncing puck, Biondo got a piece of it, but sent in by Kozłowski. Auger came over. Puck ends up on the stick of Auger behind the net. She'll send it into the corner. Wolven on it there. Wolven lets the shot go. Saved by Hatch. And there'll be no further play. 6.5 minutes left to go in the second stanza. 2-1, the Cardinals in the lead. Woodstock with their lives on the line here tonight. Have to get 2 points. Right now they trail 2-1. Back to the blue line, hops out to center. Biondo giving chase there as Marinowski couldn't come away with it. Up now Sampson. Quickly over for Biondo. A little too hot to handle, a little too cold to hold. Viscodia got a piece of it, came back to the blue line. Manfredi reaching forward, but fine. Gets it across now. Kwasniewski offsides at the blue line. 6:16 left to go in the second stanza. 2-1. The Cardinals in the lead. Dingle Kelly and Jones for the Cardinals. Sampson the goal scorer for Woodstock. Face off in the neutral zone. Face off won by Discordia. And Manfredi will get it out to center. That's quickly sent back in by Marinowski. Manfredi got it out to center ice. Biondo helps along. Discordia will give chase. Discordia down the left wing against Marinowski. Oh no, excuse me, against Warden. Kiki Warden coming around Sampson in the neighborhood as they get it out to center ice. Manfredi did a nice job to slow up progress. Discordia on the back check is going to get called for interference. So to the power play goes Greenwich now, ladies and gentlemen. Hooking is the call. With 5:49 left to go here in the second stanza. A huge penalty kill for Woodstock. This is a bigger penalty kill for Woodstock than it is power play for the Cardinals right now. It all starts with the face-off as Lascaux will lean in and take the draw. Discordia in the box. Lascaux won the draw. It ends up on the stick of the Cardinals. Hops over the stick of Auger. Auger takes the body and the puck. The Cardinals jostle it loose. Back to the blue line. Looking to set up the power play now. Greenwich at the goal line. Got it in front. Deflected just wide. On the stick of Auger. Auger can't move it along. Ends up behind the net. Greenwich. A little bit of hot potato there. Lets the shot go. Hatch will hold on. There'll be no further play. 1:35 left to go here in the second stanza. Wholesale changes for Woodstock. .5:22 to go in the period. Samson, Hinckley, Biondo out there with Nielsen. Hinckley wins the draw to herself. Gets it along the boards. Cardinals do a nice job getting it back in front. Samson broke that one up. Back to the blue line now, Duffy. Duffy left it there, Wolven. Wolven with the room, lets the shot go safe. Hatch the rebound. Samson got out of harm's way, and it's sent all the way down. 1:50 go. Biondo short-handed, pressuring Koloff. Biondo wins the puck. Got it to Hinckley. But Koloff comes away with it. Back the other way now, Emily Koloff. Koloff at the blue line, stepping in. Sampson gets a big chunk of her. Sends a lady flying. Play allowed to continue. Cleared, but not out by Nielsen. Kept in at the blue line. Koloff will send it behind the net. Sampson on it there. Sampson with it. Sampson will send it all the way down with 45 seconds to go. See if Woodstock can get any fresh legs out there. They did change one penalty killer. Hopping on is Karate. Karate, fresh off the bench, knocks it down. Onto the stick of Lizjak. They stay on sides. No, they don't. Off sides is the call. 35 to go in the second stanza. Face off in the neutral zone. Leaning in is, I believe it's Lascaux. Lascaux wins it quickly to Bonner. Bonner will send it all the way down. Half a minute left to go. Woodstock hanging back at the blue line thus far. Karate in on the forecheck, but carrying the puck out. And away to Warden. Warden will send it in. Bonner on it there. Bonner lost it in her foot. Ended up right on the stick of Hatch. And Hatch will cover up. Hatch looking at Bonner like, what are you doing? Bonner like, well, I figured best if you have it. You know, you just hold on to it. We'll just start over. 13 seconds left to go in the power play for Greenwich. Face off one in the direction of Bonner. Send it all the way down. 10 seconds left to go. Karate on the forecheck. Karate looking to kill off the rest of the penalty. Gets to the puck. Karate digging, mucking. Got it in front. Back to the blue line. Auger lets the shot go safe. Came right back to Auger. Auger lets the shot go. Goes off a leg and into the corner. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Another huge penalty kill by Woodstock. 3.5 to go in the second stanza. 2-1 the Cardinals lead. Bouncy puck at center ice. Bonner lost their footing. Managed to get enough of the puck there, but that's knocked down and kept in by Sherman. Picking up the puck now is Dreyer. Dreyer behind the net. Cecilini over there. That one sent up the boards in the direction of Auger. Auger will step up. Get a piece of it, but couldn't get it deep. Now stops progress. That one in on Hatch. It's on sides, and Bonner will recover. Bonner skating the puck out now with room. Here comes Bonner down the left wing. Bonner will gain the red line and dump it in. On it now. The ref says she did not gain the red line. She didn't. She was a half a stride short. It's a good call. 2:55 left to go. Face off deep in the Woodstock zone. Face off one by Greenwich, getting the shot away, goes off Manfredi. There is Wolven. Manfredi. Sherman can't get it out, kept in at the blue line. Turning, letting the shot go deflected over Hatch. Cecilini on the forecheck, lays the lumber into her lady there. Play allowed to continue. That's sent up now. Sherman can't get it out. Bouncing puck. Back to the blue line, kept in again by the Cardinals. Now Sherman wills it out to center ice, and here comes Sherman now. Down the left wing, protecting the puck, centering it. Towards Cecilini, doesn't get there. Manfredi lets the shot go, deflected on the way and never made it all the way through. Picked up now, Miranowski. Miranowski chased into the corner. Discordia steps into a lead there. Play allowed to continue. I love the physicality that Woodstock has brought down to Greenwich tonight. I love the fact that the refs are letting them do it. It's the way the game should be called. Sent all the way down. I believe it's going to go for icing. Icing is the call with 1:53 left to go in the second stanza. Woodstock trailing by 1. This do or die affair. A big offensive zone face-off here for the Centaurs with 1:52 to go. Discordia, Sampson, Biondo, Bonner, and Auger out there for Coach Roy. Puck lays there. Bonner stepping into it. Into the corner it goes now. Biondo. Biondo wins the battle there, but spilled at the old Zamboni door. Hard around. Bonner pinching. Bonner stepping in and lost the handle on it. Came away to center. Back the other way now. Here comes Dangle Kelly. Dangle Kelly pulls up, lets the shot go. Hatch the save. And there'll be no further play. 1.5 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. An outstanding affair here between the Cardinals and the Centaurs. Offensive zone face-off now for Greenwich. Face-off won by Discordia, back for Bonner. Bonner behind the net, changes direction. Bonner with it, up for Biondo. Biondo trying to get to it. Biondo got it out to center. It's knocked down at center ice by Jones. As Bonner doing battle with Koloff. Koloff will send it in. On and now Auger. Auger will send it hard around Sampson. Sampson takes the body, but the puck ends up on the stick of Jones. Sliding it across now at the blue line. Koloff. Koloff will send it down low. And there it goes. Greenwich first on it there. As they send it back behind the net. Runs all the way to Dangle Kelly. Dangle Kelly trying to get around Auger. A nice play by Auger to tie her up. Discordia over to help out. They're digging, mucking, doing their homework in there. Sent it along now Sampson. Couldn't get to it. Stepped up first there by Duffy. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go to save by Hatch. Got the flipper off on it as Dangle Kelly was in the neighborhood. Auger pulled down. Play allowed to continue. Behind the net, Bonner poke checks it into the corner. Auger on it there for Sampson. Sampson's got Biondo up ahead. Couldn't get it to her as Ching was taken off. Now it goes into the Cardinal bench, and there'll be no further play. 18 seconds left to go in the second stanza. Ladies and gentlemen, during the intermission, we got to go plug the phone in. So you'll be looking at an ATM machine for about 10 minutes. If you know the code, please let me know. We'll split it. 18 minutes left to go. 18 seconds, excuse me, left to go here in the second stanza. 2-1 is the score. Cardinals with the lead. Hinkley wins the draw. Woodstock will send it back to Nielsen. Nielsen will get it out to center. Offsides is Greenwich. I thought they touched it. Ref says no. That one sent wide. Hatch with 7 seconds left to go. Trudeau will just send it into the corner. 3 seconds. Woodstock will keep it there. Smart play there by the senior Lescault, and that's going to do it. As the second stanza comes to a close, ladies and gentlemen, your score at the end of 2, the Cardinals 2, the Centaurs 1. All right, the Zamboni's going to Zambonis do. We're going to take the phone over to the outlet and plug this in so we don't run out of energy for the third period and perhaps overtime. Hockey, your score at the end of 2. The Cardinals 2, the Centaurs 1. So refill that sarsaparilla, get your bag Funyuns ready to go, and we'll see you back here for the third and final chapter of this unwritten story here in Greenwich, Connecticut tonight. Enjoy your intermission, everybody. We'll see you back soon. All right, we're just venturing over now. If there is sound, I believe there is. You win. All right. So I hope